Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Hello world, my name is Leo and today we are continuing the Slay the Princess file and possibly finishing it today. Where we last left off, we had gone back through the Fury and we saw what happens if we just refused to fight her altogether, and Cold ended up saving us from basically extinction as all of our voices vanished one by one to the princess's torture. And so today we have two more routes that we are trying to get through. We have the prisoner to the cage, which hopefully with a voice that will let me toss the blade away, and the fiery gray through the damsel. And then we will record some endings and see how that goes. So we're gonna go for the cage first. We're gonna proceed to the cabin, and I'll be right back when we get to the point where we're supposed to get to. Alright, so we're just gonna go through this. Okay, I'm trusting you. Give her the knife.
Slide it over.
And then I'm going to look away and we're just gonna get past all that. I'm going to leave the basement and claim my reward.
Fine. But if we
open the door and accept my reward.
You open the...
And then theoretically I should get a different voice if I disagree with Skeptic here, or so I've been told. So let's do, I don't know, I'm pretty okay with this.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind.
Hey, thanks, man.
Time passes. Decades.
Okay. Yeah, we've heard this. I don't know, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to accept my, I'm gonna say this. I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm going to accept my reward now.
That's great. More happy. He's just saying things. The voices
Hey, it's
protestation.
okay.
Eventually you pass.
Yep, we do this, and then...
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense. You really don't want to be happy, do you? We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Nah, I'm
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Of course. Let's see. But I liked being happy. Are you really going to take it away from me?
That wasn't real happiness. The truth is still out there for us to find, but we can't find it here.
I mean, I agree with you, but... Okay, then I'm gonna say, I'll save here. Sorry, but we're not doing that.
Don't apologize. I'm sorry.
Skeptic,
Wait,
what?
Why are you sorry?
Why?
Your body lurches as your heart suddenly stops beating.
It's so funny that Skeptic can do this.
Are you killing us? You'll forgive me eventually. You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really? Why should it matter if we die at this point?
We already know this.
No,
that's all we needed to hear.
It turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after your heart stops beating.
Huh, fancy that.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Alright, so let's see if things have changed.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Uh-huh. So we have the cage. Who do we have here?
You're on a path in the wood.
Are you fucking kidding me? We had everything we ever could have wanted, and you killed us.
Okay. So I think... Maybe it's because I didn't watch. Because someone said... I know, like... Yeah, Paranoid threw away the knife. I know someone at one point said that maybe Broken could be here. But I'm pretty sure Cheated will let me throw away the blade if he's mad at Skeptic.
We didn't have everything we ever could have wanted. That's just what he told us. I want the truth, not some made-up eternal happiness.
Alright, so what happens
But
here?
it was nice. Who gives a shit about truth?
I do. He said we were happy, but what does happiness like that even mean? It was just another prison.
For the record, I agree with Skeptic, but in the name of experimentation...
And this isn't. There are chains everywhere.
That just means we're on the right track, you numbskull. We're finally starting to see reality for what it is.
Oh, already getting off to a fantastic start.
Can you two stop fighting? It's not very productive. No, it isn't, is it? So let's focus up.
Stay frosty.
You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once. I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities. Not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
I know we got some version of this line before, but I don't remember him calling us deranged. Alright, should we talk about how we solved the blade? Okay, so this is all the same. Except for this. So, should we talk about how we still have the blade? We've never started with the blade before.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
So now, and we can toss it, right?
It doesn't matter if we spawn with it or have to trudge all the way up to the cabin to get it. It's not even a blade, really. It's just a dinky little knife. The real threat here can kill us without it anyway.
I didn't kill us without reason.
Well, you still killed us. This is
Cheated is
strange.
so
You're not
mad.
supposed to
Okay. So... she died last time. The way you decided to thank us was locking us away in a happiness void forever.
So you actually managed to slay her? Yet you still found your way back here. Absolutely unbelievable. What on earth is wrong with you?
What's wrong with him, more like?
We weren't satisfied with your happy little prison.
But it has happy right there in the name.
That's
I
funny.
wasn't actually very happy.
It wasn't.
I was fine with it, but that spiteful bastard gave us a heart attack and killed us for no reason.
I had a great reason. We were stuck with no answers. And now we're not. You're welcome.
Thanks, Skeptic.
And you don't think we're stuck now? We're still in a cage, it's just bigger.
That's fair.
You know, if you think about it, isn't life just a really big cage?
Huh. You know, you might have a point there, hero.
Oh, don't you start philosophizing. Just get to the cabin and settle this already.
I'm not taking the blade again. Toss your weapon into the woods.
Are you serious? You know what? Yeah, screw this. We won't play along with any of you.
Nice.
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare.
But I will do it. Toss the blade.
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
I think we are this time. I'm in charge, and I say we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time, and we all saw how that worked out for us.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Nice.
Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision. As much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we'll all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work.
Yeah, we're not picking it back up.
That felt good. Best thing we've done in ages. Whenever this bullshit world throws at us next, we'll always have this tiny victory.
Heck yes. Hero didn't say anything about that. He was just like, I'm gonna go with whatever. No way out but through. Let's go see her.
You You stand at the edge of a cliff.
So
An
how's the
abyss
pattern
yawns
going to turn
beneath
out
you,
now?
Empty and endless.
With no blade.
Great. A creaky old bridge and a bottomless ravine. Because getting to the cabin was too easy last time. I wonder what other sick jokes are waiting for us. Maybe that ravine doesn't even go anywhere. It'd be par for the course if we slipped and wound up falling forever.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm
That's
going to
so.
pretend you didn't
That
just call her
line
that.
is still really funny. All right, let's proceed to the cabin.
Every surface of the cabin is. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already foolishly threw away your weapon, but still, your objective awaits.
I know, but this time things will be better. I know it.
Oh, not the damn mirror again. I hate the mirror. It gets us nowhere.
The mirror.
Yep, the mirror.
What mirror? There is no mirror. Why would I lie about there being a mirror? Whose fucking idea was this? It's awful.
Oh my goodness, Cheated is so mad.
I'm sure whoever put it there for a reason. It's obviously important. It has to be.
I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room. Then, I guess there's nowhere for us to go but forward.
Cheated and Skeptic are such strong, like, commanding voices that Hero's just kind of getting lost here. Hero's barely been able to get a word in. Approach the mirror.
You step out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor.
Cheated is going to... I was going to say love this sarcastically, but I don't even know if I can pull that off. Cheated is going to hate this.
Should have been. Yes, unfortunately. You realise too late.
Oh, now this is just absolute bullshit. Can't even walk across a room now without being plunged into an abyss.
You're too emotional, it makes us sloppy. We have to focus on details right now, and we can't focus on details if you're raging about every little thing that happens.
That's so funny.
Are we supposed to focus on details while we're falling into a bottomless pit?
Maybe? I don't know. What else is there to do if we're just constantly falling?
Don't be ridiculous, it obviously has a bottom.
I don't know if that's something you want to manifest.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle.
Okay.
You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
So, the pattern. We've already broken it. We didn't bring the blade, so...
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Alright.
As your eyes adjust to your new
So
surroundings,
yeah, we've gotten this.
you make out a figure standing in the gloom.
I'll
obscured
let it
in
play out.
shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Mm-hmm.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Can we even do anything besides observe right now? Okay, we're gonna save here. I'm just gonna wait for her to make the first move.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper.
Oh, no.
Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
It's all good. We got this. We got no blade.
As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows.
What's up?
The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person.
And yet it is accurate.
It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage.
All right.
The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Are we being strangled already? You haven't given us a chance to do a damn thing. What's the point of any of this if we don't even get to make a single choice?
I mean, we did. That's not fair. We did make a choice. We tossed the blade away. So, you know, that's something.
I'm not here to give you chances. I'm here to set the stage and to dictate to you what happens. I can advise you on the correct course of action, but there are limits to my direct involvement. The choices, if that's what you like to call them, have always been yours.
That's not true. You made us kill her the first time. Or you made us try to kill her and then she killed us.
A riddle while we're dying, isn't that just like you? Now to figure out what exactly you mean by choices.
Isn't it just like choices?
Oh, for the love of stop thinking and do something.
Let's see. Interesting. So we might as well come out and say it. Look, I didn't even bring a knife. I just wanted to talk to you.
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here. Shouldn't you know by now that I don't?
Do you not? I do.
And neither do you.
But I do. I've already broken your pattern.
The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
Okay.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
Okay.
Oh, well, isn't
So we're
that
here.
just convenient?
It makes sense to me. She's a severed head. What control could she possibly have over her body? There's no connections, no nerves. So bodies can work on their own.
Skeptic is going to be manifesting some weird things.
You know, I wouldn't mind that, actually. Maybe when the chain pops our useless head off, we'll get to run around without it.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm attached to the head. Don't call me useless.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
I don't know. None of this is my fault. I haven't done anything except for giving my open twice. She talking about, what do you mean? You carry off unless that you made choice and never. Let's see. Let's go with this. What do you mean you're just a watcher? You cut your own head off last time. You made that decision.
What's the point of making a choice if it all ends the same way? I'm still stuck, and you're just as stuck as I am. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle.
Uh-huh.
I wake up in chains.
Uh-huh.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You give me your implement, but I don't have the
You come
implement.
to me, knife in hand.
But I didn't.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do about that? Yeah, is that right? I bring you the knife. What do you think it is? You clearly weren't listening to me earlier because I already told you I threw away that knife. I ditched it before I even got to the cabin. There is no grand scheme guiding us along a predetermined path. We're both agents of chaos who make our own choices, and this time I chose to talk to you unarmed. Your pattern's broken. I'm unarmed. Silently wave your empty hands. Okay. There's no grand scheme guiding us along a predetermined path. We're both agents of chaos who make our own choices, and this time I chose to talk to you, unarmed.
But that's not right. That's not the reality I've been looking at.
What's the reality I know?
You shouldn't have been able to do that.
And yet I did.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Yeah, so what are you gonna do about it?
Huh. She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
See, now even you're breaking the pattern. And maybe that means you've been in control the whole time. You've been the one listening to me, you made yourself stop, and now you can decide to finally let me down. What do you actually want? The only way we can get out of here is if you drop your guard just like I did. I think you know what it's supposed to mean. Well, are you ready to talk? Or say nothing? Let's go with this. What do you actually want? The only way we can get out of here is if you drop your guard, just like I did.
You make it sound so easy. But it can't be that easy. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh,
But I'm here. And maybe it is that easy.
Suddenly, the chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too.
Alright. So, what happens now?
The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body, only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
Hello.
so that's really all it took?
Just me deciding to not bring the blade.
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. I feel like a fool, really. But it's always the most complicated problems that tend to have the simplest solutions.
I mean, I guess that's one way of putting it. Sure, if you want to believe that.
That is absolutely not how this works.
Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator. If that even is your real name.
Mr. the Narrator. First name the.
Oh, shut up. We got lucky. And you especially got lucky.
Both of you talk too much. Give her a chance to say what she wants to say. I'm sick of treating this like some puzzle or bullshit game.
Thank you, hero.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
Well, you need to communicate that. I guess I could have been justified last time because you didn't communicate what you wanted me to do with your head. So.
The princess's body doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right?
I know, but. I mean. I'm presumably giving her hope for the first time in a long while, so. Can't really pass up that chance, can I?
Fine by me. This world is bullshit anyways. The rest of us will find one that's better.
That is. That's brutal and funny.
Besides, we already made our choice, all the way back in the woods. Nothing you can do about it now.
Yeah?
I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I?
I mean, with this plan, you had to know. You had to go in with the possibility of knowing this wasn't going to work. And there's no accounting for free will, you keep saying so yourself. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, suppose it. To be fair, this whole plan, there are a lot of factors against you that would be incredibly difficult to overcome. So.
But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then.
Alright. Oh, thanks, narrator. Take your princess. Take your princess from her cage.
You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point. And then you take her from her prison.
Oh,
She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles warmly.
that's actually kind of sad.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
Her crown has been replaced with a chain. I don't know how we're supposed to leave either.
But the body points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you.
Oh, thanks, body.
Are we supposed to climb up while holding her?
I mean, we can try. It's possible to climb with 2 feet in one hand.
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
Huh? How does that work?
I'm game.
All right, cool. Yeah. The less work I have to do, the better.
So am I.
No, I'm kidding.
Then get on with it.
Take hold of the chain.
You wrap your hand in the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
This is so cute. Even though she's just ahead. Like, I don't know. This one's very bittersweet. But like, it's cool that we finally broke the pattern. And like, I honestly feel a little bit bad for the narrator here. But I'm like, it's like I don't know, he doesn't have to do his job, but the fact that he is still doing his job and like giving us a proper ending is still like nice.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
Hey, it's okay. You didn't know. And we both went through a lot.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadows of the basement.
I guess some parts will stay there forever.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an F. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
It's okay.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. You can smell the night air.
Yeah, we're gonna be there soon.
That bit of light feels like it's mocking us. At any moment, she could just drop the whole thing and send us crashing down.
Cheated, please don't.
I don't think that's gonna happen, mate.
It'll be par for the course.
But it's okay, because it won't.
And then the chain stops its ascent, depositing you safely in the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you. Well, there's only one thing left for you to do.
we never had the chance to close it behind us. We just kind of fell in.
Shall we?
We shall. Huh. You know, it's funny, all of this talk about free will, and I feel like I'm locked into this outcome. I don't believe that. I think it's kind of like the narrator said, like, that is the consequences of our actions. I don't think I want to say that. I feel like that would ruin the moment. I'm gonna step into our freedom.
And so you step into a world ended by your hand. What a travesty. Goodbye. It's me.
At least she's getting to see the stars for the first time.
Awful? Is he still there?
I don't think he is.
I think he's gone.
Yup.
We did it! That wasn't so bad. Now I guess we'll need to find a new game to play.
Yeah, games. I love games.
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible, but here we are.
Aw. You're welcome.
It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Out of curiosity. I didn't really get the chance to look at all the new Fury stuff, but I guess it's all... I feel so cold. Is it because you're gone? If only you could remember what I remember. If only you weren't so weak. Towering heart, wounded alone, one that's familiar to you if distant. Huh. And then for the cage, all of that, just take it all away. You're cold. I had a feeling. If I clicked on the thing to be like, I feel like I'm locked into this ending, I had a feeling it would give me the option to throw her back into the pit. Which I would not have done. And the thought of doing that is something I intensely dislike. So we're not even going to entertain that option. All right. So we have done this.
She's gone.
Allegory
Where
of
did
the
she go?
cage. The walls of your cage were
Should
always
we
your own
try and find
creation.
her? And there's that mirror.
Was that another
Why is
gold
it here?
trophy?
Why now?
All right. Just
Could it
trust
be so- You're
me.
right. Let's go and get.
I'll see when the other side's going to be okay.
So,
Feels too good to be.
Next up, we have the Gray. I wonder if she'll have something new to say. Because I think she just took the head. I've unraveled. Last time, I don't think she just took the head. Oh, she took all of it. Okay.
There's a world beyond the endless walls. Do you know?
But does she say anything new? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a locked
No,
door
okay.
to which you held the key. She will make for an open heart if you let her.
Okay, so that is new.
Do not mourn her. She is no longer bound.
Okay. And I'm ready to go back.
The next time I will be here.
Alright, we did it. That is the cage done. We freed her.
you're
We
on a
didn't drop her
path
back into
in
the pit.
woods, and you're here.
Man, if I ever go for getting the whole gallery, some of these choices are going to be really hard. Like, I'm going to, like, if I do that, I'm going to have to, like, skip through some of them just so I don't have to think too much about how horrible they are. Hello, world. Leo from the future here. So, this is a bit of a unusual circumstance. I'm recording this on the day the video was supposed to come out. This very video you're watching right now, because I had computer troubles and didn't edit the video on time. And so, since I couldn't edit the video on time, I figured, because I know a lot of you were looking for a different version of this particular princess with a different voice, and so I decided to see if I could get this voice, and I'll make this video extra long to record both and put both in one video. So, like, this is slightly out of order. So the next episode that you'll be seeing after this one, I already recorded, and that'll be coming out in a couple days. But yeah, this right now I'm recording the day that this video is supposed to, yeah, you get it. So I'm just gonna, we're just gonna go with this, and we're gonna see if we can get broken, since I know a lot of people wanted that. And I think I'm supposed to click this. I didn't see. Some people said I was supposed to give the blade to Skeptic, and I wasn't sure what that meant because I was like, how can I give the blade to a disembodied voice? But I was looking at it in editing. I did manage to edit a little bit of it, and this option seemed like the most likely for what people would want. So, is there really no other way? Because I don't want to use the blade on myself.
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
Give the blade to the voice of the skeptic. Okay. Yeah, I'll give it to him.
All right. I'll make this quick.
Hey, thanks, man.
You goddamn spiteful bastard.
Okay, we've
Why
heard
should
that.
it matter if we
Heard that.
Don't have to answer that.
We've heard
That's
that.
all we needed to hear.
And that.
Yeah, fine. The little voice raises the pristine blade to your throat and cuts it open. You rapidly bleed out and then you die. You're a genocidal maniac. You know that, right?
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Alright, so I should get broken now, apparently, instead of cheated?
You're on a path in the wood. See? All done. That wasn't so bad, was it, buddy?
Why is the voice of the hero saying this line?
But it was so bad. I don't like dying. I don't like being cold and alone in the dark.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't think anybody likes dying, but
Aw.
hey, at least it's over. We got better. And now we can move on. Things will work out this time. I know it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we totally got it.
Oh, don't coddle him. For all we know, we'll have to die hundreds of times to get to the bottom of things. Maybe even thousands. He needs to toughen up.
Oh, I'm sure the narrator loves the sound of that. Dying hundreds, maybe even thousands of times.
Toughen up. You're both freaks. I'm normal. A normal person gets traumatized from dying. And from having to listen to someone cut her own head off. Those sounds are still echoing in my ears.
Yeah, those were not very pleasant at all. I don't know. Well, I know he's calling Hero a freak because he's like, oh, it's fine. We're all good now. And he clearly thinks it's not good. But I still feel bad for him calling Hero a freak. But yeah, those sounds are not good. I didn't like listening to them either.
Hold on, did you say thousands? How can it possibly take us thousands of lives to find a way out of it?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Obviously, we need a large sample size in order to figure out our optimal plan. We need statistical significance.
Do we? What? That, I feel like, doesn't make any sense.
I'll have you know that my reality is not a data point in your misguided attempt at an experiment.
Oh, hey, narrator. Glad of you to join us.
You've clearly already been...
Okay, we've heard that. Should we talk about how we still have the blade? We've never started with the blade before.
Huh.
Okay, so we've heard that.
Holding it stunned. Holding a weapon shouldn't feel so natural. It's proof that we're being guided by an unfeeling lunatic. We need to try talking to her.
Is he talking about the narrator or skeptic?
Oh, should we talk about our feelings? That'll get us nowhere. Trust me. They're too easy for her to manipulate, too illogical. We can't puzzle our way out of things if we listen to our heart.
Or, you know, we could try. You know, that's something we haven't tried, skeptic. And not trying things is like the opposite of science.
I don't think I even need to comment on that. What a sorry, sorry voice you are.
Wow. To hear Broken saying that. I know, like, a lot of people wanted to see me, like, do a route where Broken takes the spotlight. And, like, I know Apotheosis kind of did that because, like, his switch when he like joined us and like he wanted to make Apotheosis feel what we felt, like the way he voiced those lines, it was like truly terrifying. Like like Broken went from a like very like feeble, like nothing voice to like a terrifying like force who would stop at nothing to make the other person feel even an ounce of the pain that he felt. And yeah, I definitely noticed that shift. But people have been saying that this route he really shines, so we will see.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade.
All right. I'm not taking the blade again. Toss your weapon into the woods.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
She can't talk to us at knife point. That's no way to get a real conversation started.
Exactly. We need to talk.
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this?
I'll let this play out.
Don't you dare.
I will do it. Do it. Toss the blade.
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
Well, you don't have another voice on your side.
You don't have to listen to him. He hasn't gotten us anywhere.
Yeah, it's something new. I'm in charge and we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time and we all saw how that worked out for us.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
And what a woods they are.
Oh, but there is something stopping
All
you
right,
from picking
the
it back
consequence
did
of
the
the
right
actions.
thing.
Thanks, Broken. She died last time, and the way you decided to thank us was locking us away in a happiness void forever. Or are you sure we even slayed her? She cut off her own head last time.
So I didn't mishear you earlier. That doesn't make any sense, though. She's not supposed to be suicidal.
Well, she is, and can you blame her?
More importantly, if she did cut her...
I don't think we were happy. I don't think we can be happy here.
Broken gets it.
Oh, so now you're on team. Dying was good. Took you long enough.
He's not happy doing anything. What does it matter?
Well, what's done is done, and you're...
Alright, no way out but through. Let's go see her.
You stand at the edge of...
It's dreary. But of course it is. We're dreary. And so is she.
We're both the dreariest.
There's nothing to find out here.
Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
There's nothing for you to...
Huh.
Mirror's
What
back
mirror? There is
again.
no-
It doesn't matter. What are we going to do? Look at ourselves? I've had enough introspection.
But it does matter.
Hmm.
It's obviously important. It has to be. Otherwise it wouldn't be here.
Yeah, we should definitely take a step forward and look at it.
I'm not going to waste...
Approach the mirror.
You step out onto the... Should have been.
Yup.
Yes, unfortunately. You realise too...
She's bringing us back to her.
Down to where she has fallen.
Or we just happened to fall through an unstable floor. She's a prisoner here. How much agency do you think she has?
The same amount as us. None.
More than you'd like, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's also the opposite of what I said.
Your
It's
fall
true.
is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull
Yep.
taut again. You find yourself suspended.
Yep.
The princess lives here, as your eyes...
Easy now.
We can wait for her to make the first move.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does, as your vision, the body
The
of
body
it's
of the
only accurate.
princess?
The head steps.
So much for talking it out. Doesn't seem like she's too interested, does it?
It's not too late. You threw away that blade for a reason. Now talk to her.
I will. I'll choose the same lines as last time. Look, I didn't even bring a knife. I just wanted to talk to you.
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here. Shouldn't you know by now that I don't?
Is Broken going to have a cold moment where he's like, she's just like me?
And neither do you.
The body takes another step towards you.
I don't think she's happy.
The poor thing. She thinks it's easier to be detached. But buried pain is still pain, whether she knows it or not.
Huh. I guess, like, Broken... The reason why he's broken is because he feels it. Like, Cold is detached. Broken is not detached.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
I don't know. Let's see. She... Are you talking about your body as if it's a separate person? It's you.
That's what I used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it.
That's not true.
There's so much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so... free. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle.
But it's not true.
I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward.
Uh-huh.
You come to me, knife in hand.
But we didn't...
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier.
I'll choose this one. You clearly weren't listening to me earlier, because I already told you I threw away that knife. I ditched it before I even got to the cabin.
Oh. Yeah. You did say that.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Okay, yeah,
Huh.
because we didn't
She stopped.
bring the knife.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you are in control. You've been the one listening to me. You made yourself stop. And now you can finally decide to let me down. Or decide to finally let me down. No, I like this line better. What do you actually want? The only way we can get out of here is if you drop your guard, just like I did.
You make it sound so easy. But it can't be that easy. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh.
Yep.
Suddenly, the chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body, only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
So that's really all it took?
Yep. Just wanting to talk.
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. But that can't be it. It's supposed to be more complicated than that.
Huh. The last time we got here, Skeptic said that, it's always the most complicated problems that have the simplest solutions. He just accepted it.
I've been telling you that since the moment we got here. At least you finally decided to listen to me.
I guess you were right.
Oh.
It's usually the most complicated problems that have the simplest solutions.
Sure, if that's what you want to go with.
That is absolutely not how this works.
Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator. If that is your real
Mr.
name.
the Narrator. First name the, last name Narrator.
Shh. Hush. Let her talk.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
Then let's do it.
The princess's body doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right?
Of course I do.
It's the end of a world. Your world. but not ours. Sometimes you need to break things to build something better.
That is one way of looking at things, although I'm not sure I'm not sure the narrator would appreciate his world as the thing being broken.
Besides, we already made our choice, all the way back in the woods. Nothing you can do about it now. I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then.
Take your princess from her cage.
You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point. And then you take her from her prison. She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles, warmly.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
But the body points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you.
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
Then let's leave. There's nothing left for us here.
Let's go.
I'm game.
Sweet.
So am I. Then get on with it.
Take hold of the chain.
You wrap your hand in the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadows of the basement.
The cage truly is... It feels unique. The cage feels like it has an entirely unique tone compared to everything else. Like, even compared to, like... It doesn't feel like it should have the uniqueness of something like Happily Ever After or Princess and the Dragon, but somehow, in a strange way, it does.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an F. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. You can smell the night air.
She's sacrificed a lot to get here. More than we did, I think.
I mean, yeah, she's just ahead now. So...
And then the chain stops its ascent, depositing...
Shall we?
We shall. Not picking that. I'm gonna step into my freedom.
And so you step into a world ended by your hand. What a travesty. Goodbye. It's been... Awful? Is he still there?
Nope.
I think he's gone.
Yep. Couldn't handle it.
Yes, he is. Which means we're finally free, I think.
Not quite.
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible, but here we are. It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
Just a little. All right.
She's gone. And there's that.
And on that note,
But it feels so...
You're right.
I don't want to look at us.
we're all good. So I'm going to go ahead and reload the original save from where I last left off. Or rather, I'll just return to the main menu. And yeah. So now this will be weird because you guys will be seeing the gray next, which I've already recorded. But yeah. I hope you guys liked that route. Feel free to compare the two. Feel free to compare the route with cheated versus the route with broken. Ironically, I think that broken had less to say than cheated did. But broken did empathize a lot more with the princess. I don't know if I'd say broken really shined in that route, because broken didn't really do anything. Besides let us throw away the blade, just like cheated did. But I don't know. It felt warmer, I guess. Like his attitude towards the princess. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me on this little bonus journey. I'll go ahead and get this video actually edited now. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the gray and then for the other endings. So, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye!
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.